Welcome. You have activated all systems. Deactivation is not an option. The end is where we begin.
George is going to fake it to Hooks. He's going to roll out to his right. Misses a tackle, puts it deep.
Oh, look at this.
And complete to number 25.
Aaron
Down
rolling.
to 20, to 10, to 5. Touchdown.
There you go.
Pinnacle. All day, all day, all day.
Run, Brian, run.
Nope, there it is, there it is. 7, 8, and a half.
Move.
There's Gillis Ross.
Yeah, oh my God. Goodness. Wow. One-handed, incredible.
That is one of the greatest catches I've ever seen.
Hello, everybody. It's game night. The last scheduled JV game of the season tonight. The 3-3 Pinnacle Pioneers take on the 5-1 Highland Hawks. This is Andy Thomas, and I'm here with Andy Polito and a cast of others. Last week, the JV team lost to the Brophy Broncos 0-14, despite a valiant effort from the team. It seemed like we couldn't stop the run on defense, and that our offense really never got on track. So, Andy, tonight versus the Hawks, what do you think the keys of the game are?
Well, keys of the game tonight are to do the exact opposite of what we did last week. I think it's pretty much that simple. And I'm not taking away anything from all the hard work that goes in the rest of the week. Please don't take that away from this. But, I mean, I think you even said it, or you at least alluded to it, and that is we came out flat and we stayed flat. And one of the things that you want to get on your side early and often is momentum. And the one thing we never had was momentum.
Absolutely. It would have been great to get that run really established and have our road grading linemen push through. And tonight, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I just think it's going to happen.
Yeah, the Hawks, this Highland team is they have accolades this year, and it's not because they're not good, it's because they're very good. But I got to tell you, if anybody has decided the outcome of this game before this starts, I think it's a huge mistake, because I think if Pinnacle makes one or two plays early on, they carry some momentum forward with them, this is going to be a very tight game and a game that we can win.
I think the key word I heard more than once is momentum. Control what we do with our execution, and let's see if we can control that line of scrimmage. And you know what? Let's throw in a little stretch the field while we're at it. Love to see that.
And as you said, control the line of scrimmage. That's both offensive and defense, whether we're on offense or defense. Control at the line of scrimmage is key for protecting your quarterback and opening up pockets so the running backs can shoot through it. And if you can set up the run, then you have a great passing game that goes along with that, because the defenders for the Hawks are going to have to be on their heels and on their best game defending that run. So, Andrew, we're seeing 4 stout young men reach the center of the field as the team captains.
We're going to start the game with a quick round of Red Rover.
Yes.
just to establish some momentum.
Yeah. Going out to the field right now, we have Joe Day, number 23. We have number 22, Ethan Lanise, number 10, Charles Tabor, and number 3, first in my book, that's Dominic Polito. Love to see him standing out at midfield as a captain.
All right. And everything starts with winning the toss.
And what do you do? What's the plan? Now, do you want to open up? Now, that this is something you got to think about. I remember watching some NFL games, and the teams that won the toss actually did not defer, which is common because you want that second half kickoff. Mm-hmm. What they did is they tried to score first to get the momentum on their side, as we said.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot harder to catch somebody than it is to start from ahead. So I feel like let's figure out how to start on offense.
Yeah, I get people that'll text me or they'll talk to me after the game and they'll say, so what were you thinking? We're up by 2 points or 3 points, or we're up by 1 score. God, that's got to be nerve-wracking. You got to be really nervous. And I said this, it's very simple. I'd rather be up by 2 points or up by a score than down by a score with 2 minutes left in the game.
Totally agree.
We're going to have total silence here, folks, while we stand to honor our flag in this great nation with the national anthem. So, Andrew, I listened to this rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, and in your mind, because you probably grew up on it, you're singing the song with you. And I got to make mention of this. My favorite line is, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. It gives me goosebumps every time I hear the song without even hearing the words.
Imagine waking up in the morning after a battle and seeing that.
Yep. Speaking of battles,
let's start reading some sponsors. What the heck?
let's get started early, right?
You know, the first one, Andy, Mint Condition. Thank you for your sponsorship. For all your health and wellness needs, visit our 7,000 square foot facility. Our services range from sports chiropractic and personal training to massage therapy and skincare. We want everyone in mint condition. Visit mintconditionstudio.com for more info.
You know what? And if you're hungry, whether it's now or whether it's later, go to Culver's. Culver's Frozen Custard on Cave Creek Road. Welcome to delicious Culver's.
Looks like we got Miles, Stephanie, and Dominic. Is it Dominic
Yeah,
out there?
Dominic Polito and Miles Stephanie in punt return position. Both of them positioned just inside just over the goal line at our end of the field. So obviously, I'm guessing the Hawks won the toss and decided to defer. And guess what, folks? We are ready to rumble. There's the kickoff. It's semi-short. Dominic's going to run up and pick it. Dominic Polito at the 5, 10, 15, at the 20, 25. He gets the edge, 30, 35, and he's taken down at the 36-yard line. That was about a 34, 35-yard return. That was nice.
Not bad. And was that Dominic's first return on the year? I think he's been back there, but I don't know if he's caught it.
They never kicked to his side of the field, so I got to say, I just got goosebumps again. Thank you, Dominic. There will be dinner tonight.
Yep. Time to feed. You get to feed that kid another day.
So now we're going to get to take a look at the offensive line for the Pinnacle Pioneers. We've got a bunch of big boys out there right now. Big boys. As well we should. They're set up with one running back out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion is the the running back. That's Joe Day. He catches the ball just behind the line of scrimmage and gets forward for about 2 yards. Now listen, that was a Joe Day athletic move there because he took a stick and he bounced off of it and went forward and got a pickup of 2 instead of a loss of 4. Nice job, Joe Day.
Great play, great persistence by Joe Day. And just we want to make sure that we're calling out our friends on the offensive line. You know, I've seen a couple, Rajon Jones, number 68, number 50, Nathan Munoz.
77, I believe that's Ian Morales.
As soon as we get the other number, 73, that's Cade Majora.
Yeah, Cade Majora. I talked to his dad, Matt. Very proud father there, too. Jack Bridgeford rolls to his right. He throws. The ball is caught right at about the 49-yard line. He follows forward to the 50-yard line. And if I'm not mistaken, that was Zach Bradley on the catch.
Number 7, yep, Zach Bradley.
First down completion, number 7, Bradley.
Yeah,
and these, regardless of their record, you can still make progress moving forward, getting good blocks, being disciplined. So looking forward to more of that tonight.
You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm going to have to say it again. I'm looking forward to Nathan Munoz, Gabe Lopez, Rajon Jones, Cade Majora, and Ian Morales protecting Jack Bridgeford as he sets up. And as he sets up in the shotgun again, he's got the back behind him, 3 wide receivers left, 3 right, 1 wide receiver to the right. Jack fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Unfortunately, we lost what looks like about 2 yards.
A little bit of a breakdown. I think that play took a minute to develop. Looks like we got 2nd and 12.
2nd down, 12 yards to go. I like where we're at. I'm not going to talk worst case scenarios. We're going to talk best case scenario. We pick up this 1st down. We march all the way into the end zone. That's the hope. We've got 2 wide receivers out to the left. We've got Zach Bradley and Avery Bradley. I don't know if these guys are brothers or not. 1 wide receiver to the right. Charlie Tabor in the slot position. The ball goes to number 13
Avery
off his
Bradley.
hands with Bradley, and that's going to bring him up to 3rd and 12. Andrew, not the position we want to be in, 2 minutes into the game, but here we are, and let's just convert.
Yep, I think we're going to get to see the strength of that line blocking right now.
Let's see if we can make some predictions. I'm reaching over. The one of the production staff here is Amy, and she's fired up the crystal ball, and so we've got the defensive backs. The second layer of defense is not too deep. I mean, I might light them up and go deep here.
Yep.
It's just a little over the head of Avery Bradley. Jack Bridgeford rolled left, threw it a little bit high, and off the tips of the fingers of Mr. Bradley, where it goes as an incomplete pass. The punting team will come on.
Yeah, I think that play had a little bit of time to develop. Thanks to the line. I think Jack was maybe need to have a little bit more patience on that one.
And Ryan Creaney, standing back at his own 30-yard line. By the time he releases the ball, he'll probably be about the 34 or 35. And Creaney's got a foot. We've seen that before.
Yeah,
Let's
that kid needs to back up down there.
Don't tell him. Yeah, a nice high end-over-end kick, and it's going to bounce, and it's going to take a Pinnacle bounce, and it's going to roll to the 17, 18-yard line of the Hawks, where they'll set up shop with their offense.
Down by Carter Fawcett. Nice job by him getting down there as well as the other guys.
You know what I say? Open up the faucet and let's let this thing run.
All right.
He-Man has entered the field. That's Ben Seitz, if I'm not mistaken. He-Man, there's been a sighting. Don't get him mad because I see him get big and green, and I don't know, it's scary.
No, by the power of Grayskull, that's He-Man. He pulls out a sword and gets struck by lightning. That's what that guy does.
All right, the setting up of the shotgun again. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They've got a back coming out of the backfield. He's running, and he is taken down for, it looks like, about a gain of 5 or 6.
Looks like Dominic may have been the guy who tripped him up. He dove for him, looked like he got him by the feet.
Get a 6 on the play.
Where's Dangerous Dean Vincent?
Dangerous
Looks like
Dean's on the left side, yeah. Number 8. I expect to see him in the backfield a lot. Matter of fact, I expect to see him. That was a good.
And they are running away from him.
That was a combination tackle there. That was Dominic Polito and Ethan Lanise, yeah.
Yep. I think we kind of missed a little bit of, I think Dean went right in and there was no one behind him to take up that gap where he was.
Here we go out of the snap, shotgun, hand up right up the middle. He's met abruptly at the line of scrimmage by Juan Carlos Sandoval.
El Conquistador, and also Dylan Ockrey was there.
Ockrey, I've seen some posts on Instagram from Ockrey. I want to see more, Dylan. Some action shots.
Gain of 1. 2nd down.
It's going to bring up a 2nd down and about, gosh, close to 10, maybe 9. Pinnacle sets up with a 4-down lineman. 1 is a linebacker, Dean Vincent, playing right on the line. I thought I heard a whistle. They're in the backfield with him, and guess what? That was Ben Seitz.
He-Man with the sack, and he says, "My pleasure," because he works at Chick-fil-A.
I can hear his mom over here. Can you guys hear her? Go get him.
Loss of 6. Third down and
That's pretty
long.
savage. His own mom calls him He-Man.
That's an honor.
Taking out El Conquistador and bringing in Cade Maggiora.
Yeah. Cade Major in, Luke Jeffries is in there on defense, Blake Denelli as normal, and Juan Carlos Sandoval. Here's the snap out of the shotgun, and they get to him, and they bring him down.
Yeah, that's Blake Denelli on the sack. His dad is going to be yelling now.
Blake Denelli, Bob Denelli right in front of us. His mom, Mrs. Denelli, there with their chair. That was a beautiful thing. That's going to bring up 4th down and extremely long. They're going to punt.
Yep, Charlie Tabor is going back deep, number 10.
Yep. Charles Tabor back deep.
Hey, but no shame in blocking this one. Let's see Dominic get in there.
That'd be
Or
nice.
maybe Miles Stepney.
They're each coming off one of the ends. So now what they got to do is they got to play for potential fake, which I don't think is going to happen here at their own. Okay. Well, the good news here, folks, is if it's on us, it's 5 yards, and they'll still probably be punting. But let's see what the man in black says. Yep, it's against the Pinnacle Pioneers for a neutral zone infraction, or offsides as it's commonly referred to. They'll march off 5 yards, and it'll bring up a 4th down and about 11. Still punting.
That's charitable by our team. Give the coach something to yell about.
I want to see Juan Carlos Sandoval in the middle just cut through that line and block this punt. And there he goes. And there's Dean Vincent. And it's a shank punt. It's very short, and it goes out of bounds at about the Hawk 48 yard line.
Yep, the pressure helped.
49, right at midfield is where the referee's calling it. So the ball will rest firmly at midfield. So listen, we ticked off a couple of minutes on the clock. We picked up a few yards, and now we're going to set up shop again. I'm certain this one will end up different than the last, and I'm talking about white jerseys in the south end zone with the Hawks celebrating.
I feel like Karnak is making a prediction here. Hey, while we're waiting, why don't you go ahead and put a message on YouTube? We'll give you a shout out. I'd love to hear from all of you.
Yep.
All of you who are watching.
Again, let's hope Mr. Munoz, Lopez, Sandoval, and Rajon Jones, along with Ian Morales, can hold off the rush. There's the handoff to Joe Day. He goes to the left. He's met at the line of scrimmage and still pulls out 3 yards on 1st down. Will bring up a 2nd and about 7.
All determination by Joe Day. It was a good run by him.
Gain of 2. 2nd down.
I got to tell you, the Highland team is big, but we're big too. I mean, we match up really well with these guys. They got a couple of tall guys up front. So one key to this game, as it wears on, is that Jack Bridgeford has good court awareness, let's call it, where he serves as a field general, but he watches that these guys don't jump and bat those passes down or into the air where they can be intercepted. Here we go. Again, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, out of the shotgun. Here comes the snap. Jack Bridgeford takes it. He throws quickly to Joe Day out of the backfield. Joe Day at the 50, 45, down to the 40-yard line and very close to a 1st down.
Yeah, we got about 1 yard to go. Nice play by Joe. He's got some real takeoff speed when he gets around that corner.
He did. He picked up the 1st down, so we're going to start with a fresh new set of downs here.
All right, looks like we got a couple messages here. Matthew Peel, will they be broadcasting the freshman game too, or just JV? Well, I don't think we have a freshman game this week. Oh, we do. Just JV tonight. And then Matthew Chitwood, you guys are killing it. What? Even Andy Polito? Yes. I don't even need to watch the video, just the audio. And then hello from Cooper's parents from Condon family 6. Well, hello to you guys.
Listen, I love to hear Matty Chitwood on the radio because he's sitting here. He's usually at these games, so something must have come up working late trying to make some money to support the family. But he's out here in full support of Ryan Chitwood, his son. So, Matt, great to have you aboard.
Nice. It looks like about a 6-yard run for Joe Day. Actually, Matt Chitwood, they introduced me to Pebblehead from I think is it Four Peaks Brewing Company, or Santan Brewery. So kudos to him for that.
Jack Bridgeford runs in now with the play, and he's going to have behind him this time, it looks like Miles Stepney in the backfield. It looks like they're giving Joe Day a breather. 2 tight ends now, 2 wide receivers right, one to the left. That's Charlie Tabor. Here comes the snap. In motion is Stepney. He fakes the throw and keeps it, runs forward and gets a 2 or 3 yards, but it looks like we have a flag. It's in the holding area, so I'm going to bet it's holding on the offense. Yes, it is. It's going to go against Pinnacle. We're going to take it back 10 yards and repeat that down. It should remain second down.
It's a pretty good play call. I mean, I think the fake to Miles Stepney really drew him off.
Yeah. Joe Day got his hands on his hips, taking a little breather. I imagine he'll be in not this play, but probably the next.
That'll back it up. Second long.
You know what I say? I say hand the ball off to Miles Stepney, put him right behind Nathan Munoz, and just ride that train all the way to the end zone. Here comes the snap out of the shotgun. There it is. It's a little low. He regains composure. He runs to his right. He's at the 40. He's at the 35, and he's down to about the 30, the 29. Excuse me. What is that? Yeah, 34-yard line. It's at the 35-yard line of the Highland Hawks. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Jack Bridgeford proving to be dangerous even on a broken play.
Yeah.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
You know what sometimes happens is when you get a kid who's like that's got ice in his veins and he doesn't rattle whenever there's a bit of a miscue, the defense actually gets the miscue if the quarterback remains composed, and that's exactly what Jack Bridgeford did and was able to bring a lot of yards out of that.
Puts them back on their heels a bit.
3rd and 5, setting up out of the shotgun again. We've got Joe Day back in there as a running back. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. Here's the snap. Bridgeford looks right. He throws right, and that ball is caught rather quickly, and that's by number 7, Zach Bradley.
Great read by Bridgeford. Found his open guy. A nice play, nice concentration by Zach.
You know, Andrew, each game I'm seeing Jack Bridgeford evolve as a good, actually going to be a great quarterback. And I could see him check down at least 1 wide receiver before selecting his target, and I love seeing that. That's called smart football.
Yep, his mechanics are improving as well.
All right, we're going to start off 1st and 10, and that will be at the 15-yard line, the 25-yard line of the Hawks. Working again on the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left. Charlie Tabor's in at the slot at tight end. Here's the handoff to Joe Day. Joe Day got a full head of steam. He got the corner. He's still on his feet, and he's down to the 5-yard line. The Pinnacle Pioneers will now take over at the 5-yard line with a 1st and goal.
Joe Day continuing to be dangerous. Maybe it's dangerous Joe Day around the corners.
Let me tell you, and there's a flag. Hold on. And it looks like it's against the defense for a face mask is my guess. Let's see what happens here. I thought I might have seen that come in, but let's see what the referee says.
Looked like it might have been a little bit of a late hit when Joe was on the ground.
Personal foul. Yep, it's a face mask. So it would normally be 15 yards, but not this time. It's going to be half the distance to the goal, which will take us down just inside the 3-yard line for a 1st and goal for the Pioneers. Andrew, what do you think? Joe Day up the middle?
I say Joe Day up the middle. Why haven't we run up the middle thus far? That's a question.
They do have big guys there, but I say, punch him in the mouth.
Yep. Jack Bridgeford split out wide.
Here comes the snap, and it's Joe Day up the middle out of the Wildcat, and he gets forward for maybe actually a no-gainer.
That might be why we don't run up the middle.
Yeah.
But they're big guys, but, we have to have the threat of the pass. We have to have the threat of the outside consistently to make that inside run work.
So here's what I see. Based on what we've seen so far, even last week and the week before, they're going to take the running back on a motion play out of the backfield and throw a quick pass to the running back out of the backfield. Nope, it's a quick pass off of the. Believe me, that is dangerous. Or that's Dirty Dean Vincent with the catch.
Dean Vincent on the offense with a touchdown.
A smart move there is to get a tall guy in there that Joe Day can run out of the Wildcat and just throw it up in the air. Dean didn't have to fight anybody for that. He was wide open.
It looked like he was taking a jump shot from right next to the free throw line on that one, and got it to Dean Vincent.
Dean's a pretty happy guy right now. He was pretty happy when I saw him at the homecoming photos at the JW Marriott this weekend, too. Great kid. Love to talk to him. Very personable. Here's the snap for the extra point. It's blocked, unfortunately. So we're gonna keep a 6-0 lead as we near 2 minutes left in the second quarter, or the first quarter of this match.
All right. Well, hey, let's talk a little bit more about sponsors.
Let's do it.
Mainline Sales, they deliver superior results for our manufacturers by supporting our strategic relationships with the best people, systems, and analytics. Thank you, Mainline Sales, for your sponsorship.
You know, I'm seeing a lot of things I like here tonight, Andrew, and I think that's because I've been to Scottsdale Eye Care. And you know why? Because Scottsdale Eye Care puts your visual eye care needs first. That's Scottsdale Eye Care.
Thank you for your sponsorship. Let's see Legatron put one through the goalpost. I haven't seen that yet this season on a kickoff.
You got a little comment here from Matty Chitwood. Thank you, Matt, for backing us up on that. You like what you see in Mr. Bridgeford and the way he's evolving. I think everybody sees that. It doesn't take a football expert. I saw somebody that watches a lot of volleyball games say the same thing about Jack Bridgeford earlier tonight.
All right, we are all coming off the field.
Somebody said something about free punch.
I don't know if Spectra Management mentioned this, but Spectra Management's your commercial property management solution. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Spectra. Southwest Power Washing. I hope that we need them tonight to clean up the field with these Hawks here, making your world a cleaner place, serving commercial properties throughout the valley with reliable service, professional equipment, and qualified staff. No service too big, no service too small. Call Southwest Power Washing for a free estimate. 602-757-3688. That's Southwest Power Washing. All right, Andrew, we're setting up in the kickoff formation. And we're going to have Ryan Orzel get ready to launch this one. What do you call him?
Legatron.
Legatron in the building. They've got a couple guys back deep, a couple guys up a little bit shorter. He gives the wave to the referee to signify we're off and running. Here comes the kick. Lots of Legatron into that. It's well over the head of that guy, and he's in the end zone where it will be a touchback. They'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Pretty close to fielding that in the field of play, by the way.
I think they're trying to protect these guys at high school. He did have a foot outside of the end zone and probably should have taken it forward.
But he knew we were coming.
Yes, he did. He heard footsteps. He heard thunder.
The pitter-patter of 22 feet.
I got to tell you, these teams, as they set up and they watch film prior to coming into a game, based on the havoc that Dirty Dean Vincent has raked over the last few weeks, you know they're double teaming this guy to keep him out of the backfield.
Well, they're avoiding him. I mean, they're seriously avoiding him. Brophy did it last week, and you're seeing it already tonight. They run away from him.
Now, he switched sides to move to the right side from the left. Let's see if that changes things. He's in the backfield, and he just gets tripped up, but he's taken down quickly. I think, the Pioneers jarred that ball loose.
Blake Donnelly was first there. Dominic Polito was punching at it.
And they're calling it dead, which I
think it was dead. He was moving backwards. They had him.
Tackle for a loss, second down.
So Dean got around the back there, but like you said, Blake Donnelly, Dominic Polito got in there from the front, and they made that thing go down.
Yep. Yeah, they forgot about Blake Donnelly.
Yep. Second down and 12 now. Out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. He drops back. He looks right. He looks left. He throws just over the outstretched arms of his receiver where it falls dead as an incomplete pass. Number 45, Dylan Ockery, would have been all over that had that just hung up in the air another second. You can hear this crowd. Man, we travel well. These stands are filled with screaming Pinnacle Pioneer fans right now.
And it seems like they all got together and consumed some liquid rage first because they are fired up and ready to go.
Liquid rage. All right. Let's look at the defense. Let's see Luke Jeffries or Blake Donnelly or Juan Carlos Sandoval or Ben Seitz. Let's see one of these guys get in there and tear this thing apart. 3rd and 12. Here comes the snap out of the shotgun. Drops back, looks left, throws left. He is met right as he catches the ball, and he has dropped what looks like about 5 yards short or 4 yards short of what might have been a first down.
Xavier Sanders on the tackle.
Xavier Sanders. I'm loving to hear that name tonight. I don't see Xavier's dad, but I know he's here. I'm just not seeing him. He's at every one of these games. And Mr. Sanders, I hope you come up and say hello. They held him. They held him very well, and we've got a 4th down coming. We're at the waning seconds of the first quarter, just under a minute as the clock ticks off. Set up for the return looks
Ethan
like number,
Lanise.
Ethan Lanise, 22.
Yeah, and I would be very cautious at 4th and 4
They might
of the
fake.
fake.
Well, I like the way our defensive backs came up and to meet him at the line in case that is this. They almost blocked that. They almost blocked that. The ball's going to bounce, and it's going to take a huge Highland Hawk bounce, and it's going to roll all the way to the 20. I got to tell you, we have a flag on the field. I'm not sure what that's for, but it's on the sideline near us, which is the far sideline from the home team, right on the near sideline with the visiting team. And I'm not sure what it was. There was nobody around.
There was limited engagement on that whole play. I think we got in and then just kind of left things alone.
It looks like the signal is the rap music was played too loud, so they're going to go ahead and turn it down and change it to smooth jazz. I don't even see.
I don't even think they marked off a penalty.
The ball still rested at the 20-yard line of the Pinnacle Pioneers, where we're going to take over on offense. Jack Bridgeford, locked and loaded, ready to go in. He's going to empty a clip here on a long pass. I'm wishful thinking now, but it sure would be nice to see. We haven't really thrown anything long. We had that one medium pass that was a little high. But we've got 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And here's the snap out of the shotgun. There it is. It's a handoff right up the middle to Mr. Joe Day. And Joe Day is taken down after a gain of 5 yards.
Great play and great blocking. I love that they went up the middle. They are not scared of the team that's bigger than them.
We're going to end the first quarter on that. We're going to take a very short break, and we're going to switch sides of the field and begin the second quarter.
Gain of 4, second down.
You know, Andy, as we're kind of dancing through this evening, that's just a worst segue ever, but, you know, maybe we would look better if we actually took lessons over at Center Stage Dance Studio, where they love to put you on center stage, training baby divas and dudes through college-age kids, located in the Scottsdale Air Park at Center Stage Dance Studio.
I love the line about the divas and dudes. You know what? Right now, I'm feeling no pain because we're doing a great job out there. But if you do feel some pain, go see the Pain Medic, located in Peoria on the corner of Thunderbird and 83rd Avenue. Life begins when your pain ends. Stop in for a free consultation. Mention Pinnacle Football and receive 20% off your first visit. ThePainMedic.com. That's the Pain Medic.
You know, I had my wisdom teeth removed many years ago, thank God, but if I hadn't, maybe I would go to North Valley Oral Surgery, where Dr. Donald Johnson, not the guy from Miami Vice, but the other guy, serving the North Valley for oral surgery needs with over 20 years of experience. Thank you for your sponsorship.
You know what? I see the moon rising here in the east, and what reminds me is Moon Valley Nurseries, home of the you buy it, we plant it. For the best trees on earth, go straight to the moon. Visit moonvalleynurseries.com. That's Moon Valley Nurseries. Listen, we just had Matt Lisk. He's talking about freshman Pioneers, 14, and the Highland team at 0 at the first quarter. So, Matt Lisk, thank you for giving us an update. The freshman Pinnacle Pioneers are ahead 14-0 on the Highland opponent. Thank you.
Let's send them home with 2 losses tonight.
Yeah, and then a third one tomorrow to round out the trifecta.
Exactly.
All right, Pinnacle offense now as we begin the first seconds of the second quarter. Jack Bridgeford again working out of the gun. 1 running back behind him. Here's the snap, the handoff right up the middle. That is Mr. Miles Stepney, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, and he may have lost a yard or so there.
Yeah, they had kind of an interesting formation. It looked like there was only one guy out wide and everyone else was in, so I think we telegraphed a little bit what we were going to be doing.
Yeah, that was what I would call the exact opposite of a spread offense, which is a tight offense. And like you said, I think that's very perceptive. Whenever you got everybody in tight like that, unless you're running a trick play, which we're not known for trick plays, they've got to run something right in the middle where they got blockers. The only people that didn't know what was happening there was the guy up the street here at the Corn Dog Hut, home of the Honey Dog.
But I kind of think he knew as well.
All right, out of the shotgun again, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Jack Bridgeford looks right, throws right, and oh, thank God that it hit the Highland Hawk right in the hands, number 6. It was intended for number 7, Zach Bradley, and thank goodness that gentleman had a cup of coffee and had the jitters and couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it hit him in a bad spot, the hands.
Very bad.
You know.
I used to say that when I was coaching. You know what? You drop the ball, and I go to the quarterback and slap him in the head and say, why'd you hit him in the hands? All right, we're lined up to kick this ball away. That is Crispy Creaney. He's standing back at about his own 7-yard line. He'll probably kick it from about the 10 by the time he runs up a little bit on it. Here's the snap. There's the kick. It's a nice high. It's end over end. And that's going to land right at the 48-yard line of the Hawks and take a nice little bounce down to the 40, where Dominic Polito will down it at the 40-yard line. The Highland Hawks will now take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Hey, can I talk a little bit about Deca Lash? Experts in eyelashes located in the Scottsdale Promenade. That is Deca Lash. And listen, if you haven't been there, the mother, proud mother of 2 Baker boys who one played and one's still playing, they actually have a little program there. It's a VIP program, and you can sign up for that. You can go in and get a whole bunch of stuff done each month. It's a 1 monthly a fee, and go in as often as you like. So go see Mrs. Baker at Deca Lash. Here's the snap. He's met right at the line of scrimmage, and he's dropped for what looks like a loss of a yard.
Looked like 69 on their team was in on the tackle. I'm not sure what happened.
I think Blake Dinelli actually was in on that one. So Blake did a fine job there. And Mrs. Dinelli. Oh, God, Andrew, I can't wait to see Dean Vincent get in there and really do some damage on this offense.
Yep.
Here's the snap. Dean Vincent, he does a fish move with an arm, and he gets through there, but not in time. He's brought down by Dylan Acri at the 41, maybe the 42-yard line, where it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
Dominic, can you give him props for trying to rip the ball out?
That's what he did last time, and I'm glad he watches so much NFL and watches those guys do that, because that's a great trait to have.
Yep. As long as somebody else is making the tackle,
yeah,
try to get that ball.
All right, they're lined up in the shotgun again. Pinnacle's going with 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Dean Vincent on the right side as a defensive end. Here he comes. He didn't quite get his hands up in the air. The ball is caught, and it's run out at about the 47-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down at about 5. Now, this is going to be interesting, because this is the down and the yardage where you might go for it.
Yep, and that was forced out by Xavier Sanders. Yeah, I do agree. This is prime fake territory.
I love to say this. Xavier Sanders in the house. That was a nice run out of bounds. They decided they were going to go for it, and I think they changed their mind just now. They're thinking, you know what the coach is thinking? It's still early in the game. We're only down by 1 score, and it's only 6, not 7. Let's kick this away and see if the defense can hold them.
Now, it looks like they're snapping it.
But again, you mentioned this earlier. This is where you would worry about a fake, right here at midfield.
Yep, that's a lot of conversation between a punter and a snapper.
You got it. Are they scheming? I don't know. Oop, there's a flag, and it looks like a false start on the offense on the special teams for the Hawks. They're going to back it up 5 yards. They're going to put the ball at about the 41-yard line and try to kick it again from the snap.
And it looks like we got Ethan Lanise back again.
42-yard line. Ethan Lanise standing alone. Now, if you're a smart punter, what you do is you move to your right, which is why you have so many people lined up on the defense on the special teams for Pinnacle on the left, because you want to kick it where the guy's not. But he's forced. It's a spiral kick. It's fielded by Ethan Lanise at the 25. He's brought down at the 26-yard line. He picked up about 1. That was a really, really good open field tackle. We got to give credit to that Highland Hawk who brought him down, and it was an arm tackle. I just hope that Ethan didn't get hurt on that, because he's favoring that right arm.
And actually, 52, Troy Robinson saved us a penalty. It looked like him. He was about to do an illegal crackback block, and he just kind of reached out and touched the guy instead.
That's good. Yeah. Reach out and touch someone. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, the offense is getting ready to set up shop again. Jack Bridgeford and company. He's got 1 running back in the backfield with him. I can't tell if that's Joe Day or Miles Stephanie. Here's the snap. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. It's a little low. It was he hands off now to number 21, Miles Stephanie. Miles hits the right side of the line and goes forward for what I believe is a 1st down. We have a flag that was thrown high into the air.
That smells like defense.
Yeah, or a personal foul. But that one's weird. It happened at the end of the play, and I just hope it's not a hold on Pinnacle. I don't think it is. Well, they're facing the wrong direction, so My wishful thinking is nothing but a wish, and it
Yeah.
is 15 yards, so it's a personal foul. So instead of having a first down, we're going to bring up a second down and quite a bit.
I'm going to have to watch the tape on that one. I could not quite see the malfeasance there.
No. Malfeasance, I love it. It's going to bring up a first and 15 or first and 13. And that's okay. You know what? We're picking up yardage. The coaches are calling great plays on the offensive side of the ball for Pinnacle right now. I love what they're doing, and I love how Jack Bridgeford and company are executing.
Yep, and I think we need to keep this sort of pressure up. You know, we haven't seen a lot of is a hurry up.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get to finally see that tonight.
Yeah. Charlie Tabor's out wide right here, and you've got a slot back, a slot receiver at the tight end role on the left side of the field. One running back in the backfield, maybe to block because it's a long yardage. Here's the snap, handoff to the inside back
Joe
coming
Day.
underneath, which is Joe Day. Joe Day moves forward for it looks like about maybe 4 yards, probably bring up a third and about 11. Jack Bridgeford running to the sideline, talk to the offensive coordinator, say, hey, what do we do? Coming into the game right now, Ryan Creaney. No doubt will be a wide receiver. And you know why, Andrew? Because he's tall.
Yeah, definitely good hands on Ryan Creaney. That's looks like a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, now look. No, it's got to be more than that. It's a 3rd and probably 11 or 12. No, you know, I think you might be. No, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
looking at the
absolutely
chains
right.
here.
I'm looking at the wrong one. I would love to see a seam pass over the middle right here because the defensive backs in the middle aren't that tall. And if you get Creaney or number 8, Dirty Dean, no, it's a handoff underneath to Joe Day. Joe moves forward for probably about 5 when he needed 6.
Cade Maggiora just pancaked the dude in the defensive backfield.
Cade Majora, your dad is down here doing backflips. You should see him right now.
He's beaming.
Proud Papa. It's like the other kid who comes home with straight A's. Cade Majora's dad likes it when he does a good tackle.
Yep.
3rd down and 3 yards to go here. And the Pinnacle crowd is going berserk.
Even though they're supposed to keep it down because we're on offense.
Yeah. We haven't learned yet.
Yeah, we're still working on that.
Jack Bridgeford out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right. He looks right. He throws right. He's got number
that's a high
13
ball.
out there. And it's caught by Avery Bradley. Catches the ball. He's making his way down
my
the
gosh.
sideline to the 5, to the 1 yard line.
That's a touchdown. He threw him into the touchdown. He threw him in by his head.
I don't think they're going to call it.
They threw a flag. That's got to be a touchdown.
Well, he grabbed him by the helmet. They might call a face mask, and they're going to get it inside the 1 yard line, I think.
That was an amazing run by Avery Bradley.
Listen, Avery
Oh my gosh.
Bradley, we all saw the ball, and he high-pointed that, jumped and high-centered right at the right time to get up, snatch it away from a defender, and then make a nifty move down the sideline. Nice work, Mr. Bradley.
Yep.
And to the Bradley folks at home, hopefully you're listening. This kid's doing a wonderful job here. Yep, the ball is going to be placed at exactly the nose at the 1 yard line. Pinnacle now sets up with a 1st and goal at the 1 yard line of the Highland Hawks. Working out of the shotgun, Miles Stepney in the backfield. The ball is going to go out of the Wildcat to Joe Day. And I don't know, man. I have to think Joe Day is going to get that ball and try to move to his left over the left tackle and the left guard. Nope, he's going right up the middle, and he is... Looks like
I
he's
think
denied.
They pushed him in. Oh, come on.
Listen, if I want to go with what Bob Dinelli says, he's saying touchdown. So, folks,
I think if they just yell a little bit louder,
look,
they'll get the point
he's
across.
over there talking to Jack Bridgeford's dad. And they're scheming something here. I think these two parents are going to get on the field, and they're going to go on the O-line.
They might just go block.
Once again, out of the Wildcat, Joe Day
Yep,
and
all
Miles
sorts.
Stepney. And I think we had a false start on the offense. We're going to back it up to about the 6 yard line where it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 6. We're going to play that one again.
All right, well, that changes the play call quite a bit.
Zach Bradley and Avery Bradley both coming in. Charlie Tabor's back in. Miles Stepney's coming out. Also coming out is Blake Dinelli. It looks like they might not be going with the jumbo package here, but there's a timeout that's been called by the Pinnacle Pioneers. They want to talk this over. They want to think this over. This guy right here, Dirty Dean Vincent, number 8, needs to go in there, and they need to throw it over the middle to either he or Ryan Creaney where no one else can reach it.
Yeah,
What do you think, Amy? You heard it from Amy right here. You heard it right now, and you heard it at exactly 6:39 p.m.
So the people who couldn't hear it, it was Dirty Dean. This is who she chose. We got to give a offensive shout out every once in a while to the defensive guys, right?
Yeah.
They get in, make a play once in a while, and they look like movie stars.
I don't think they're going to put Dean in on this one, though. But listen, the key to success right here is Nathan Munoz, Gabe Lopez, Rajon Jones, Cade Majora, and Ian Morales up front. That right now is going to be make or break for us at Pinnacle right now. Here we are. It's a second down and goal from just inside the 6-yard line of the Highland Hawks. Working out of the shotgun, Jack Bridgeford. He's got Joe Day in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He fakes the handoff, and he's got a keeper go around the end. And yes,
there he goes.
Jack Bridgeford puts a nifty move on the Hawks defenders. You know what? I have to guess that he was at Center Stage Dance Studio coming over here because he put on a nice dance move and trotted in. His dad's over here. He's got his arms folded, but I can tell inside he wants to burst out.
He's crossed on the outside, uncrossed on the inside. And actually, I noticed a nice block by Ryan Creaney. Didn't knock anyone on their can, but he kept those guys occupied so that Jack could get around him.
You know what? Growing up, they said if you can't touch somebody, just get in their way.
Yep.
And that's what Crispy Creaney did. Ryan Orzal now for the point after attempt. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and it's blocked again. That's just really good move on the special teams for the Hawks to get in there and block a second kick. The score now, Pinnacle Pioneers 12 points. The Hawks of Highland 0 with 5:27 remaining in the second quarter.
You know, and let's hope that those 2 extra points don't come back and haunt us. Hey, you know, let's call out another sponsor, House of Comedy, our neighborhood home for laughs. I haven't been there for a long time. Visit City North's High Street to drink, dine, and laugh. Thank you, House of Comedy, for your sponsorship.
Yep, love those guys at House of Comedy. One more shout out to another proud sponsor of the Pinnacle Pioneers. It's the Buffalo Spot. We are Buffalo Fries. Enjoy wings, tenders, handcrafted shakes, and our world-famous Buffalo Fries. That's the Buffalo Spot. Those Buffalo Fries are amazing. Yeah. All right, lined up is Mr. Orzal for the kickoff. He's going to give the wave to the officials to say, here it comes, and here comes Legatron. I'm stealing. Oh, it's a short onside kick, and that is recovered by the Pinnacle Pioneers. The ball traveled the full 10 yards, that's
such
great.
a nice aggressive call.
Great
Perfect call.
Listen, I didn't even see that coming, and I normally look for that. That was a wonderful call on the part of the Pinnacle coaching staff, but we do have a late flag, and you know what I'm going to guess? They're going to say the ball didn't travel 10 yards before he touched it, which is, what do you call it in that business? BS, I believe?
I believe that's the term. I think it certainly went more than 10 yards.
Here comes the call as he approaches the grandstand on the west side of the field. No, he's calling a penalty on the Hornets of Highland. Pinnacle will remain in possession of the ball. First down at midfield. I got to say, my hat is off to the Pinnacle coaching staff. That was a perfect time when nobody expected that. A heck of a great call. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, he caught them with their hands in the cookie jar or someplace else because they frankly were caught off guard.
So what happened was a personal foul, which gives us the ball 20 yards further than we had it. We're now at the 39-yard line of the Hawks from Highland. Out of the shotgun, here's the snap. Joe Day in the backfield, 3 wide receivers left. Jack Bridgeford looks left. He's under intense pressure, and he's knocked down by number 78 of the Hawks. You know what? I got to say this. He knocked him down. He didn't grab him and throw his weight onto him, which could have saved an injury. So if I'm Jack Bridgeford's parents, I'm pretty happy that kid didn't lay it out.
Yeah.
But Jack had no real blocking on that one. The guy got through, hardly touched.
Yep, we got to get in their way, tell him a joke.
Say something about his mom. I don't know.
Untie their shoes, whatever it takes.
All right, it's now going to bring up a second down and about 22, I think, maybe 23. We're now at the 43-yard line of the Hawks from Highland. Again, out of the shotgun. Jack Bridgeford standing back. Joe Day behind him. Here's the snap. He hands off to Joe Day, who goes up the middle right behind his center. And he's taken down at the 40-yard line where it's going to be a third and about 15.
Their defensive line's getting a little bit more aggressive and shooting right in. It feels like honestly and ironically, that run up the middle can start to work.
Yeah. Well, and what's happening, though, is they're just, we're not going to take it.
Yep.
Short game, 3rd and long.
Third down, and looks like 15, 16 yards. Yeah, 16 yards to go. Jack Bridgeford with Joe Day behind him. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. He looks left, he throws left, and that's batted up in the air, and kind of thank goodness it lands harmlessly to the ground as an incomplete pass. Here comes our punting crew, and I'm sure Ryan Creaney will careen this ball off the goalpost possibly.
Let's see Crispy Creaney pin him deep here, and if nothing else, we were successful in really giving ourselves some field position advantage.
God, we had so much momentum there. Yeah. All right, lined up with special teams on the near sideline for the coverage. We've got Jack Gazier on the far sideline. It's Dominic Polito. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's going to the right side of the field. It's going to bounce at the 5, and there it is. Jack Gazier with a heads-up play to wait on that ball to come to him, and the ball is down at just inside the 1-yard line of the Highland Hawks. Great special teams. You cannot give enough credit to the special teams unit here at Pinnacle, and they've done it again. They've done this for the last 4 weeks straight.
Gazer Beam with a special teams player of the week sort of performance right there.
Nice work, Gazer. All right, the fans are they're coming alive here on the Pinnacle sideline.
We want to see El Conquistador and also number 55, Ian Garcia, make a play here right up the center.
And we may see Dirty Dean in the backfield with his hands on a quarterback here. Here's the snap. He's trying to get out of the end zone, and he's taken down
very close
right
Troy
at the line of
Robinson.
scrimmage. Yeah, Troy Robinson did a heck of a job to get his hands all over that guy.
Yep, Troy sniffed it out right away and made a very nice tackle.
He had hands on that guy like a child at a Twister game. Red and blue with the hands. Nice job. The ball still rests inside the 1-yard line. It's a 2nd down and 10. They're spreading the offense a little bit. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They have a tight end in to block for the Hawks. Dean Vincent lined up on the right side of the field. 3 down. Here's the snap. It's out of the backfield, and Dean was in the backfield with him, and he slipped out of his grasp.
Yeah, looked like Dylan Acree was the first guy.
We have
on
a
him.
flag. No doubt it's a personal foul. I hope it's not. I hope we're disciplined that it wasn't on us, because 15 yards and taking them out of the 1-yard line would be a disaster right now.
Our guys appeared to be the ones on the ground. Not sure what they're calling here.
Nope, it's probably a personal foul on Pinnacle. That's the worst thing that could happen. Well, actually, the worst thing that could happen would be an earthquake, and everybody's running crazy. But a personal foul right now when you have them pinned down on the 1-yard line. Now they get the ball out at it's going to be close to the 15, 16-yard line. That's disastrous, Andrew.
It's the second worst thing that could happen. You're right. But I like the 4-man front here that we're putting up.
You know what happens here is they get a little froggy and they throw an interception. Watch. He drops back. There's the throw. No, it's caught, and he's brought down. Dominic Polito and Ethan Lanise on the tackle. I think I saw Dylan Acree in there as well, and possibly even Asher Friedlander.
Yep, very active backfield.
Asher's dad's down here. I think his hands are sore from clapping so loud. But he's got to represent his mom and dad here tonight. That's the Friedlander family. Here's a snap out of the shotgun. Handoff inside to the running back. Running back's brought down just over the 30-yard line, about to the 31, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Looked like Dean Vincent and Troy Robinson on that one, maybe even Ian Garcia.
Thanks for catching that. And I got to tell you, you put Andrew and Andy together, and together they make one perfect broadcaster. Alone, they're only half as effective.
Yeah, that's true.
Amy's over here like saying, yeah, you got that right. If they did that with your brains, you guys might be able to think. Don't say that, Amy.
Man, she's Vish.
All right. Working out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on each side of the field for the Hawks. 2nd down and 8. 1 back to block. Here's the snap. Looking left. Throwing short to the back, out of the backfield. He's met a couple yards short, and he's going to be very close to the first down. I hope they don't mark that where they're standing. That needs to go back at least a yard. They got a first down out of that. That's a spot in favor of the home team. That's not what I saw.
Yeah, Juan Carlos Sandoval, El Conquistador, was on that tackle.
We're going to call him.
Oh, they're calling that a first down.
JCS. They did a hurry up, 3 wide receivers to the right. Quick throw, and he's hit right there by Dominic Polito, shoots in. He holds him up, and then coming in right behind him is Dylan Acree to clean it up.
Yeah, Dylan dropped him like a bad habit.
That was some great football right there between those two teaming up on that. That was just sniffing it out like the dog from Blue's Cruise.
Nobody was fooled.
All right. No hurry up offense here. They're at about the the 36-yard line. It's a second down and about 14 out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. He looks left, throws over the middle, and we may get a flag. Yep, pass interference right there. It was incidental contact, I think, on Xavier Sanders, but you could tell it's nothing that he intended to do. The wide receiver stopped, and Xavier Sanders was in pursuit and ran into him. Dean Vincent's holding the flag for the ref. What a nice kid that dirty Dean Vincent is.
He should have thrown it the other direction.
I would hope they'd blow that off, but they didn't. So now in high school, this is not a spot foul. They're going to march off. I can't remember. It's 10 or 15. I think it's 15 yards. No, it is 15 yards. So now this gives life with 45 seconds left in the second quarter to the Highland Hawks. 3 wide receivers to the left. 1 man is lined up in the slot position. 1 wide receiver to the right, back into block. Here's the snap. Dean Vincent was in his face, and they better not throw a flag on that one. They better not throw a flag on that one. We had position. I think that was number 21, Miles. Was that Lanice?
Lanice.
Okay, Lanice was in position, and the receiver had to come back over him to try to get the ball. It was an incomplete.
It looked like it was intended for Ethan Lanice, to be honest with you.
Yep. So that was a good no call on the part of these officials here tonight. 41 seconds left on the clock. It's a second down and 10. Here's the snap in just a minute. Wide receiver to the right, 2 to the left. If nothing's open, he's checking down and he's throwing to that back out of the backfield, which is probably going to happen again. And there it is over the middle. And
nice tackle.
By Troy Robinson brings him down after a pickup of about 4. The clock is now ticked down to 30 seconds.
Troy Robinson with the side body suplex on that guy.
And you know what I say? Here's to you, Mr. Robinson. All right. Carol Bolshevik. That's my grandson. Go Troy. Cheering you on from Montenegro. Carol, thanks for the little write-in for us. We love to see that you're in Montenegro. I hope you're on the beach with a Mai Tai as we watch your son tear it up here, or your grandson tear it up here tonight.
Carol's an ace at responding every week. I've seen a couple of her posts. So
yeah. Carol, we've come to expect it now. If you ever decide to sleep in or not watch a game, we're going to be hurt. Speaking of being hurt, we've got a Highland Hawk down on the field, so we'd like to recognize some of our proud sponsors here at Pinnacle.
You know what I like to do when I get hurt? Well, maybe I don't like to do this, but I go have a couple at Marley's Sports Grill. Established on the principles of providing a fun, family-friendly environment with delicious bites and beverages at affordable prices. Marley's, your Desert Ridge Sports Grill.
You know what? After dinner, I love nothing but cakes. Nothing but cakes. Come to Nothing But Cakes. We're on the corner of Scottsdale Road and Frank Lloyd Wright in Scottsdale for your next celebration. That's Nothing But Cakes. And again, I'm going to recommend it as I do every week, that butter frosting on top of a red velvet cake.
White chocolate raspberry for me.
Don't listen to him, folks.
He knows nothing.
He knows not what he says.
The young man who walked off the field is going to be a little bit sore. Made to Move Nutrition and Wellness might be the ticket for him. Come work out with Jesse and crew at Made to Move, located on Scottsdale and Frank Lloyd Wright. Thank you for your sponsorship.
You know what? And I'm hearing some motorcycles up behind me. I think they're off-roading. Speaking of off-road, we've got Venture Off-Road as a proud sponsor of the Pinnacle Pioneer Football Program. For all of your off-road modifications and build needs, it's Venture Off-Road.
All right.
30 seconds left on the clock. It's a third down, and I'm going to say 5. And the Hawks They desperately want to get something on board here, and the Pinnacle Pioneers desperately want them to not get something going here. 3 wide receivers on offense to the right for the Hawks, 1 to the left, a back into block. He looks left. Here comes the blitz. It's a pretty big blitz. The offensive line picks it up, and he's taken out of bounds by, was that Dylan Ockery, I think?
You know, it could have been him.
Dylan
I did
Ockery
not
ran
get
him
the
out of
number.
bounds. Dylan's got some legs on him, and he ran him out of bounds before he could do any damage with his arm or his leg. So 23 ticks left on the clock. It looks like a fourth down and
3.
about 3. So 3 wide receivers left, 1 wide receiver to the right, a back into block for the Hawks. I don't know. They have 2 timeouts left, so this is a good time to call a timeout and say, listen, here's where we're at. We don't have a lot of time left on the clock. If we run it up the middle, we're going to have to burn 1 more timeout. If we try to throw a pass, we run the risk of course, not getting the first down, but we'll have 2 plays left at least before this happens. So let's see what happens.
I've liked seeing a lot more of the 4-man front tonight. We've seen it a bit. It's been successful in my mind in keeping and limiting the damage that Highland's able to do.
Yep. I'm looking down there at Cade Majora's dad. He's standing right on the fence there, and I think he's having a good time. His son's having a good time.
Yeah, his son pancaked that one dude.
Listen, every one of these kids for Pinnacle that's standing on the field is having a good time tonight because they're doing a heck of a job out there on all 3 phases, defense, offense, and especially on special teams. Here we go. The Pinnacle crowd is coming to life here. A lot of noise. I don't know if you folks at home can hear us. It's pretty dang loud.
We're going to need a little bit more cowbell.
Amy's over here covering her ears. Here's the snap out of the shotgun. It's a quick throw out of the backfield. He's down. They're running to get into position. They have...
That was 4th down. I don't know why they're running to get into position.
He got the first down,
the first?
unfortunately.
Oh,
it's hard from where we're standing.
Yeah.
I personally didn't want to give it to him. The clock is running. It's 19 seconds, 18 seconds. He spikes the ball to stop the clock, and they need to put about 3 or 4 seconds on the clock from when he spiked it.
Yep. That was mighty close.
I think I might have heard a whisper from Bob Donnelly on that one. I'm not sure, but I love Bob Donnelly, and I wish everybody was as vocal as he is out here. And we've got Jack Bridgeford's dad now getting in on. He's drinking a little sip of water so he can get that shout out.
Did he do his vocal warm-ups beforehand?
And I talk so much at work, I'm losing my voice here. 15 seconds remaining. They send a wide receiver left, two to the left, 1 to the right, and they've got a tight end to block. Here's the snap. Not much of a rush. He catches the ball on the sidelines and steps out at about the 33-yard line. 12 ticks left on the clock. Not quite enough for a first down.
Pinnacle in the bend but do not break sort of mode right now. They are, I will give Highland credit, they're good at executing plays quickly.
I can't tell. I think they have 1 timeout left, or maybe it's 2 timeouts for the Hawks. But here's what's going to happen. I think they take 2 shots all the way into the end zone right now, and both of them go incomplete. You with me, Amy? All right, here's the snap out of the shotgun. Wide receivers everywhere. There's 5 of them. Here comes the rush, and he catches the ball, but he's taken out of bounds quickly by Troy Robinson. Yes, here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Another
8
first
seconds
down.
left. 8 seconds left. If this were a rodeo, they would just need 8 seconds, right?
They just have to hold on.
The Pinnacle Pioneers, this is an 8-second ride, and then we go in with what is a pretty comfortable lead. Now, keep in mind, the deferral on the kickoff was by the Hawks, so they will be receiving the second half kickoff. Now, they've elected to come in and kick a field goal. I'm going to say watch the fake here, because if there was ever a time to fake, it's right now. That's a long field goal. Nope, they're going to kick it, and it's too low. It's not going to come close to making it through the uprights.
Yeah, he kicked the line drive there. It was about 4 feet too low.
You know, Amy's over here elbowing me, and she said, hey, we got 3.5 seconds left on the clock. I think we can run this back. I agree with Amy. I think she's right.
Hail Mary?
Hail, Kale, yeah.
Didn't you have to say a lot of those when you were a kid?
I actually did. I watched Ian Garcia take his helmet off. Not quite a smile, but from a guy that works as hard as he does, I love what I'm seeing. All right, Jack Bridgeford and company back in. Joe Day in the backfield. Charlie Tabor lining up in the slot. Wide receiver out to the left. And, folks, I just can't see the numbers. That looks like it might be Ryan Creaney on the left. And over here on the near side of the field, is that Stephanie? I can't tell. Look at. Okay, he takes
Zach
the knee,
Bradley.
and we're going to go in at halftime with your Pinnacle Pioneers up 12-0 over the Hawks at Highland. It's a beautiful night here in the desert, folks. And listen to that crowd.
They are going crazy. Lots to cheer about. Great disciplined game thus far.
I don't want to run off with that. Yes, so the halftime entertainment's going to come on. Amy's telling me it's the Black Eyed Peas. But, oh, no, wait a minute. The bus was held up at the airport. There was an accident. So the Black Eyed Peas will not be here. So what we're going to do is we're going to be serenaded by...
Vanilla Ice, maybe?
Yeah.
He's now working at the Circle K this week.
No, he's still on the casino circuit, I think. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. We're just going to take and rest our voices just a little bit. Once again, the Pioneers 12, the Hawks from Highland, nothing. And we'll be back in a minute to kick off the second half.
Not, you can run camera and broadcast. You can do it all. Do my best.
Hey, we're back, Andrew.
We are back.
Back in black. Listen, the Pinnacle Pioneers leave with a comfortable halftime lead of 12-0. We missed 2 extra points, but other than that, it's been, I won't say flawless, but a pretty darn good game thus far. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, definitely. They've played very well. We've mixed it up a bit on offense. We've started to see some intermediate passes. Love to see them stretch the field once.
Yeah.
But like what I'm seeing so far.
I'd like to see him stretch the field a lot. But you know what? You got to play conservative ball here a little bit because you're nursing a 12-point lead. Listen, while we have a little bit of break in the action, I want to bring on the mic. I'm going to let Andrew talk the second half, but I'm going to bring onto the mic a Pinnacle, call him a legacy, not quite a legend, but a legacy. And it's my son. He's back in visiting from San Diego State University. This is Joey Polito jumping on the mic here to talk a little bit with Andrew before this second half gets kicked off.
Welcome, Joey. I'm really glad that you're here.
What up, what up? How you doing, Andy?
We're doing very well. I'm glad to meet you, Joey. So, Joey, what's your impressions of the game thus far?
So far, Pinnacle's off to a great start. Defense is just producing. Offense is looking amazing. A lot better than last week, and we're coming out here a lot stronger and really punching them first.
Last week was dismal, I will say that. So Joey, if you had advice to give these guys, not just in the game tonight, but going forward the rest of their careers, what do you think they should be thinking about?
Throwing that first punch. Really, that's what I always did, you know. Not like necessarily throwing the first punch, but just being the hammer, not the nail.
You know what? To a hammer, every problem looks like a nail, right?
Right.
So I like it. So now we're going to be having Legatron kickoff. You know, pin them deep. What do you think? What do you predict is going to happen on this play?
Oh man, the way he's been kicking it, it's probably going to go through the uprights on the other end zone.
What happens to your little brother if he misses a play here?
I'm going to probably have to get off the mic because I might say a few things that I shouldn't.
Is there a wedgie in his near future?
Yeah, it might be a little more than that.
All right, we got Legatron back for the kick. Orzola is having another great night. And here he goes.
Great kick.
Pinning him deep, but they got to return it. He's out at the 10 to the 15, up, and he went right.
There we go, Polito on the sideline with the tackle. Probably going to get him for a horse collar there.
Good return. Penalty flag.
Dominic Polito, yeah.
Terrible flag, I don't know.
It's not a good flag. I'd like to think it was near the horse's shoulders rather than the neck. But we're probably going to get a horse collar tackle.
Still love the energy there, catching up to him along the sideline, tracking him down.
Well, 12-0, or Pinnacle Pioneers are ahead 12-0 as the Highland Hawks take over, receive the kickoff, take over. They got it at their own 47-yard line. I'm thinking we put a lot of pressure on them with a 4-man front. You know, we've been very disciplined. I'd like to see more of that in this half.
I agree. Our ends are looking great. They're really doing good containment on that quarterback and getting around the edge. They go up the middle here. Good stop.
Looks like Troy Robinson on the top stop, number 52.
34 Allen with a gain of 5. Second down.
All right, so run up the middle was their formula to start. Let's see what happens this time.
Got it about the 52-yard line.
You got 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, 2 men in the backfield. Looks like another
run
handoff
up the
right
middle.
up the middle.
Great stop. Yeah, it looks like we're really getting there, and a lot of great bunching every time that they run that ball up the middle. We always have white jerseys there.
Dean Vincent was in on that, and El Conquistador, number 54, Juan Carlos Sandoval. All right, we got 2 receivers on the right, 1 man in the backfield, 1 receiver on the left, and a tight end in for blocking.
And an announcement to Pinnacle.
Broken play, but it looked like Dominic Polito got his hands on him.
Outside there. And a little update on the freshman game. They're leading 27-7 at halftime.
Great to see a little momentum from both teams.
Thank you, Matt Lisk, for the update.
Looks like we've got 3rd and 2. Or 4th down, according to Bob Donnelly over there. I think it's 3rd. All right, we got a vocal Pinnacle crowd here as we have two receivers on the left, one on the right. They're going for it on 4th and 2. Looks like a long one, to be honest.
Run up the middle here. It looks like he
got
it. Yeah,
First down carry.
about 3 yards, 2 yards on the carry.
They do have some road graders. You know, we didn't see a lot of the runs up the middle in the first half, and you know the old saying, Joey, is if nothing changes, nothing changes.
Right.
All right, we got two receivers on the left, one on the right. Looks like actually all of our receivers are out, so it's empty backfield. Nope, we were substituted and got another running back in there. Number 90 at running back.
Might be looking at another run. And he drops back.
Wide open. Xavier Sanders and number 9, who is
Jack Gazier.
Jack Gazier on the tackle for about 4 yards.
Pass complete for a gain of 4.
Second and
down.
6. And we got 3 wide receivers on the right. We're going to have 2 on the right, 1 on the left, and we got 1 man in the backfield.
Looks like we got a stacked right side on the line here.
Oops.
Broken
Arm
tackle.
Looked like number 4, Asher Friedlander on the tackle after an initial miss.
That'll move the chains upfield for the Hawks.
I'm feeling a little bit of momentum on the Hawks side.
I am too.
We need
Getting a little worried here.
Yeah, we need
This
to burst that
offense.
bubble. All right, we got shotgun formation, 2 receivers on the right, and 1 on the left, and it looks like a slot receiver in back of him. And are we going to get a little pressure? And that was clearly
Dump
holding.
off. There we go.
It was clearly holding, and it was clearly a missed call.
Good tackle there by Dinelli.
Yep.
Screen pass.
Limited gain. Yep, no, it looks like even a loss of 1.
That right there could be a huge stop to their momentum. That could be a very big play. We'll see here how the Hawks handle that going into this next one.
Yep, great point. Yeah, it was very clearly a hold, but we're past that now. So we're 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, 1 man in the backfield.
Yeah, these referees tonight, they have seems like they've been missing a lot of these calls.
And he skipped it to him. A little bit of pressure, I'd like to think that made a difference, but it was not a good throw.
Complete. Third down.
All right, 3rd and 11. I'm thinking another pass. What do you think, Joey?
I think so. I think another stop here. And then we'll see what happens.
All right, we got 2 receivers on the, looks like 3 receivers now on the left as the Cowboys churn, or the Cowbells churn here in the Pinnacle crowd. 1 receiver on the right, 1 man in the backfield. Sounds like a good time for a sack.
Looks like he's
Yep,
rolling
there was a
out,
screen.
right? There we go to number 34. Good hit. There we go, Polito.
And Dominic Polito with the stick.
That's a.
He gave him a Dominic-shaped
There we
bruise.
go.
Fortunately,
hit.
your dad wasn't on the mic. He would have a little bit of positivity to share with all of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's about time he starts putting some hits down like that. Love to see it.
4th and long. What are they going to bring us?
If I had to guess, are they bringing the field goal unit?
They are going to kick.
Interesting.
They're at the, let's see, 25-yard line, 27-yard line. Add 17 to that, so was that 43 yards?
That's a good kick.
That's going to be a big kick.
Got some
There's a
distance to
snap.
go here.
And
Kick
that
is up
nowhere
and
near good.
far left. That wasn't even in the area code there, Andy.
That was a bit east. It could have been
Yeah.
in, New Mexico or maybe even Oklahoma.
Yeah.
All right, well, speaking of things that are east of us, actually this isn't east of us at all, but Ryan Garvey Attorneys, when your freedom needs protection, experience matters, call Ryan Garvey Attorneys. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Ryan Garvey Attorneys, thank you. And now Team Clean and Haul, family run and ran and operated waste and recycling services since 2002. Thank you, Team Clean and Haul.
Well said, Joey, well said. We are grateful for all of our sponsors here at Pioneer JV Football. All right, we got We got Bridgeford back at quarterback in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers on his right and 1 on his left. Looks like Joe Day in motion.
So going out of the backfield.
That was going to be a big play. It reeked of a big play.
That's too bad it got called short there. Looks like, is that a false start on the offense?
Yep, false start offense backing us up 5 yards.
Just a little setback. While we're here, I want to give a huge shout out to Zachary Wren for tuning in tonight. He's going to be joining the East Carolina football squad soon. So congratulations, Zach, and drop the kids off at the pool, baby.
Congrats to Zach. 3 receivers on his right, 1 on his left. Looks like a handoff to Joe Day. Met at the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten back to it. 2nd down and long.
All right, Andy. After that 2nd and long, I'm gonna give the mic back to the other Andy.
We'll call him Good Andy. That's your dad.
Oh,
so.
good Andy. Yeah, okay,
I'm
Andy.
other Andy. He's Good Andy. But
All
Joey,
right.
thanks for broadcasting with me tonight.
Thanks for having me on, and you have a great rest of your night.
Likewise. All right. Got 3 receivers on his left, 1 on his right. Bobbled snap. Is he going to get rid of it? Doesn't look like it. Sacked deep within the backfield. Loss of about 8 yards.
Oh, goodness. It's great to be back. Joey, thanks for being here. Former Pinnacle, I'll call him a legend, but he's talking to his buddy Zach Wren on the phone right now. God only knows what those two are talking about right now.
I'm going to guess something positive.
Yes, it is. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, Zach Wren's typed in a few messages to this broadcast team. I hope you're listening, Zach. Let's go Pinnacle. Great commentating by Joey Polito. His dad is a whole lot better and much better looking. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate you saying that. Jack Gaither did have a great tackle there. And once again, you don't have to keep throwing the compliments out, Joe Day. I get it, and I appreciate all you say. I mean, I said Joe Day. Zach Wren.
Looks like Joe Day, speaking of Joe Day, got a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, we love to see that. We love to see that.
Joe's forte is getting positive yardage. We've got Crispy Creaney back for the kick from our own end zone.
So, unfortunately, what's happened is the Hawks from Highland have flipped the field here. Not what you want to see on the Pinnacle side, but hopefully we bend but don't break here, because when the field is flipped, you're always working on the long end. And let's look for a good punt here. It did get it away, and it's going to bounce at midfield. Dominic Polito is right next to it. It's going to roll to the 40, down to the 36-yard line. So a great kick by Crispy Creaney, and great special teams coverage. Again, just the fact that the special teams unit was thundering downfield kept the gentleman who was back for the kick away from it.
Yeah, Polito, Gazerbeam, and number 28, who is Carter Fawcett. All 3 of them combined to put the pressure and prevent that guy from fielding the punt.
Yeah, they put those 3 guys down there, and they definitely turned on the Fawcett on that one.
Yeah, no, they saved us 10 yards if you really think about it.
All right, once again, working out of the shotgun. Drops back, looks right, throws right, up in the air with a catch, and he steps out on the Highland side of the field. That was not a completed they're bringing it back to the line of scrimmage, so that was it was a completed pass, but it was out of bounds. That doesn't work.
I think that guy just might have been standing with his teammates on the sideline.
Yeah. Well, evidently Zach Wren is swimming right now. He just sent another text. I guess he's out at the pool. All right, working with 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right for Highland. Here comes a snap. The handoff is to the back, and he is met at the line of scrimmage by lovely number 1, Carlos Sandoval. Number 54 takes him down hard.
El Conquistador. Nice job by JC.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7, 8. You think it's 8?
Yeah, I'm going to
Let's go with 8.
I haven't seen a sack recently, Andy.
Highland has 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I think this is a good time for a sack, and I don't care who it is. Dirty Dean would be great, but anybody's appreciated. Here's the snap. He looks left. He throws left. And it's intercepted. That's number 9, Jack Gazer. He jumps in, intercepts that ball, and takes it back to the Highland 20-yard line. Now listen. There wasn't a single person in the stadium that didn't see that ball coming, and thank God Jack Gazer was on it.
Gazer Beam read that kid like a book. He was staring that kid down as he threw it, so we all knew exactly where he was going.
And listen, I'm going to give a shout out to Jack Bridgeford again, because Jack Bridgeford on his first game may have done that, but he's evolved so much. He's looking off the defensive backs and checking down receivers, and that's what prevents that from happening. But thank God it happened here just now.
You got them on their heels right now. It was just a big momentum shift. Do you take a shot in the end zone at this moment?
If you're asking me that, the answer is yes, but unfortunately you're not asking me. Joe Day takes the ball up the middle, down to the 15-yard line of the Highland Hawks. Pickup of about 5.5.
Nice run right up the middle, and you know what? Give him good, healthy dosage of Joe Day.
Yep. Because, yes, this is Joe Day. Hey, listen, while we got a minute, let's talk about Arizona Best Real Estate. Need to buy or sell a residential property? For all your real estate needs, both locally and nationwide, we're here to serve you. Provide solutions. Call Leanne King, Arizona Best Real Estate today, 480-948-4711. That's Arizona Best Real Estate. Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Wildcat, handoff is to Miles Stephanie, and
they're going to get him for holding.
Get who? Charlie Tabor?
They got somebody on our field or our team for holding.
I think Charlie Tabor committed the infraction. I love calling Charlie Tabor's name, just not tonight and not now. It's okay. Charlie, it's a little deal. Nothing. Shake it off. We're going to take it in on the next play. Don't worry about it. Bridgeford comes back to the sideline. He wants to confer with the coach. Say, wait, what play do you want me to run here, Coach? Coach says, take this one in. We got Joe Day. He's going to set up in the backfield behind Bridgeford and company.
That play actually worked pretty well, to be very honest with you. I don't know that it had much to do with the hold.
I think it had nothing to do with the hold, honestly, because he was around. And listen, Bob Donnelly is telling us that we're still in field goal range. I love to hear that.
We were watching Legatron kick it through the goalpost from 50 yards away.
Yeah.
Over half.
Here's your snap. He rolls right. Joe Day out in front blocking. They've got a huge rush coming in, and poor Bridgeford gets planted at the 36-yard line. That's going to be a loss of at least 15.
Yep. Yep, it is
going to be a
third and forever right now.
Third and 25.
Well, we got to get our receivers open much more quickly, and maybe that's why we've been sticking to those short and intermediate passes.
Yeah, you know what has been pretty effective the last couple of weeks, not so much last week, but is the back lines up in the backfield. He acts like he's going to stand in and block, and he peels off, and they throw a short pass right out of the backfield to the back and let him work some magic with his feet.
So Legatron can make it from here, we saw over halftime. So this would be if they did it from here, it'd be a 50-yard field goal because snap 7 yards back.
Yeah, third and 22. We've got one wide receiver right, 2 wide receivers left. Miles Stephanie into block, Joe Day into block. Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Joe Day moves to his left. It's a quick throw over the middle to Charlie Tabor.
Where is he going?
Charlie Tabor, he gets thrown down for even more, a little more of a loss there. Not a lot of blockers out in front of him.
I think he zigged when he should have zagged on that one.
Zig, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
He had room going left.
Yeah, we need north-south here. We got a little east-west there. With a penalty on the Pinnacle Pioneers, that penalty was declined. The Highland Hawks don't want to give him another chance at a first down. 4th and 22. Ryan Creaney's going to come in. He's going to catch the ball at about his own 48. He'll probably end up kicking it from about the 50. And my guess is with the special teams and the way they've been playing, when you talk about Jack Gazer and Dominic Polito on the other side, they're going to pin him down definitely inside the 10, possibly inside the 5. High snap. He gets it away. It's a little bit to the right side of the field and something of a shank, but listen, he was kind of rushed there because he had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 black jerseys in his face.
Well, Andy, I think we had some momentum. It feels like it's shifting a little bit in the second half, but let's call a sponsor real quick. Home Care Sweet Home is a group home where your loved one is warmly welcomed and feels at home at all times. Thank you, Home Care Sweet Home, for your sponsorship.
We need the Pinnacle Pioneers right now to just get electrified. And you know what? There's a sponsor that does that, and that's Rubin Electrical. We have the power. It's Rubin Electrical, proud sponsor of the Pinnacle Pioneers. Here we go. We're working with 4 down linemen on Pinnacle defense, two linebackers and 6 defensive backs.
Holding.
That's a good call, Andrew.
Yep.
There's holding in the backfield on the Highland Hawks.
It looked like they were holding Blake Dinelli. He was giving him a hug, and this is not the time to give someone a hug.
Blake Dinelli tonight, honestly, Blake Dinelli has been held more than a mother with her newborn child.
I couldn't love a human baby as much as I love that analogy.
Blake Dinelli, your persistence has paid off in 10 yards the other way. A fine job. All right, they're working now. 1 wide receiver right, 1 left, a back into block. We've got 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 4 defensive back. Here's the snap. He's back. He's now, the pocket collapses and he slides at about the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 13, 3rd and 14.
Gain of about 10 on that one, or gain of about 7 on that one. We may need to have someone spying on the quarterback.
Yeah, you know what? I love so much whenever we hear from Emily Graham online. Emily Graham just sent in, she said, "Go Blake, number 87. Emily, we're right there with you. And I'm going to say it again. Go Blake, number 87.
Blake's got a huge fan club.
Here comes the snap.
Dirty
Dean Vincent has been held, and
they're not calling it.
No, it's
Dylan Ockrey and a number of others on that tackle.
Well, but the good news is, I thought that was 3rd down. I guess this is 3rd down. I was off, folks. But that's okay, because it's 3rd and probably 9. Nope, 3rd and 7. I'm looking at the wrong marker. It's 3rd and 7. The fans at Pinnacle are going crazy. I can't even hear myself think.
Yep.
3 down linemen. Everybody's a defensive back. They're holding. Oh my God. Blake Dinelli was held there.
Yeah,
again.
There's a lot of holding. I think we're going to send his parents out to talk to the ref.
I think I think we should do that. Just Bob. Mom doesn't have to go. Bob can handle this one.
Yeah.
See a little frustration on Juan Carlos Sandoval right now, but he's pretty fired up. Takes his helmet off, high-fiving everybody. Juan Carlos, we salute you.
Yeah. El Conquistador is in the house.
Speaking of that, I cannot wait to hit the drive home and hit Arena Sports Grill, proud sponsor of the 22-23 Pinnacle football program. That's Arena Sports Grill.
Hey, what about Upper Crust? I could really go for some pizza right now, and Upper Crust has been feeding Pinnacle football teams since 2010. Thank you for your sponsorship, Upper Crust.
And listen, as you leave the game, if you want to head out and get some souvenirs for the family, we welcome that. It's Cimarron River Company, your premier destination for Native American Indian jewelry and Southwest home decor. That's Cimarron River Company.
All right, we flipped the field just in time for them to punt it to Ethan Lanise. So let's see if we can get a block here and really kick them while they're down.
Ethan Lanise, I'm going to talk right here to my son Joey. Watch your brother out there on the end. He's going to go in and maybe get a hand on this ball. Ethan Lanise stands alone at about the 37-yard line, waiting for the punt. Here's the snap, and there's the kick. Ethan Lanise moves to his right. The ball bounces, and it goes backwards. Thank goodness for Pinnacle. It's going to go out at about the 42-yard line, I'm thinking. The 44-yard line. The Pinnacle 44-yard line is where they're set up shop. And you know what? Setting up shop means Jack Bridgeford and company coming into the game.
Yep. Hey, let's talk about Spine Fit Chiropractic and Rehabilitation. They're proud to maintain athletes' top physical condition, relieve pain, and restore wellness. That's Spine Fit Chiropractic and Rehabilitation.
Thank you for your sponsorship, Spine Fit. All right, The offensive Pinnacle on the field, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like Joe Day's in the backfield behind Jack Bridgeford, working out of the shotgun, waiting for the snap. Here's the ball. In motion is Joe Day to his left. It's a quick throw, and he drops the ball. It was he took his eye off just for a minute.
Yeah, I think they had a defender on him immediately.
You know what, though? I put my money on Joe Day in a one-on-one.
Well, certainly in a spelling bee.
Yeah. Or a math quiz.
Yep.
All right. The clock is ticking down to just under 12 minutes in the fourth quarter, which means the fourth quarter just began. We're working off of a 2nd and 10 off that incomplete pass. This is the Pinnacle Pioneer Football Channel.
Haven't seen Avery Bradley in a little bit. He's the one who ran that long one for us earlier.
Can someone tell me if the Bradleys are brothers? Because it's nice having Bradleys in stereo.
Yep.
Handoff right up the middle, and he misses at the middle, moves to the right side. Let me tell you, Joe Day may have dropped a ball on the last play, but he more than made up for it with that nifty 25-yard run.
That was a heck of a run by Joe Day. He got stopped almost right away, and then awareness took him out to the right side, and he found a hole.
Andrew, would you agree that it was nifty?
It was nifty.
It was nifty, running from the 50.
Oh, my gosh.
Look, Joe Day's going to come out for a little bit of a break, get a breather, and no doubt we're going to have in his place Miles Stepney in the backfield with Jack Bridgeford. 3 wide receivers to the left. Charlie Tabor sets up in the slot position. 1 wide receiver to the right. If I'm not mistaken, that wide receiver is Blake Donnelly, I think.
It's Creaney.
Is it Crispy Creaney on the right side? Here's the snap. Handoff to Miles Stepney. Miles moves to his left behind a blocker. He's got 2 black jerseys on him, and just as he hits the turf, the ball squeezes out. The line judge patiently on top of that to wave off the celebration that isn't going to happen for the Highland Hawks.
I don't think the ground can cause a fumble.
Nope.
He's already down.
But listen, before too much time elapses, I want to thank everybody who is responsible for this production. And the big people to thank right now are Amy Seitz. She's been here all along. She gets out here early to get things set up, along with Carl Marks. Carl Marks is one of those unsung heroes along with Amy. Thanks for everything you guys do behind the cameras to make all of this happen.
They produce.
Again, working out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Out of the shotgun with, there he is, Joe Day in the backfield. Joe Day looks left, turns right, and moves forward for about 11 yards. That's going to take it down to about the 19-yard line of the Highland Chicken Hawks.
The mathematician in me compares Joe's run to a sine wave. He just kind of weaved up and down through those guys. It was pretty amazing.
The old sine wave. See, and I always thought that was the guy holding one of those signs waving.
Come on, man. That's a good analogy. Carl's laughing at me.
He's with you. He's laughing with you.
No, he's laughing at me.
Here comes a snap out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Joe Day in the backfield. The handoff is to Joe Day. No surprise there. Joe Day is met at the line of scrimmage and then bullets forward for about 3.5, 4 yards.
Yeah, he got tackled forward for about 4.
So listen, the good news here, Andrew, is not just that we're running the ball effectively, but we are chewing up clock. We're not going to potentially leave the Highland Hawks with much time to put any sort of offense together here tonight.
Chewing up clock and tiring them out.
Yeah.
They are moving a bit slower, at least to my perception.
When you start seeing their hands on their hips, that's whenever we know we got them on the ropes.
Yep.
2 wide receivers to the right. Way out to the right is Zach Bradley. Charlie Tabor to the left. Here's the snap. The play is broken up, and Jack Bridgeford. Jack Bridgeford. There's 7 black shirts in there, but Jack was able to squeeze and weasel away out of that.
Yeah, there was something missed on that one.
That's going to bring up, it's a loss of a few yards, about a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, 14. 3rd and 14. I'm going to go with the guy over the PA that I just heard because I don't have a good viewpoint on that. The Pioneers have momentum, and we're down now to 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter as we cling to a 12-0 lead.
Yeah, and it's 12 points, but it could change. So they still have to be very
Joe Day with the handoff, straight up the middle, carries one tackler with him and goes forward for.
Okay, that's got to be
There's a
tackle.
flag.
And congratulations, you just gave us a first down.
Yeah, we got to, Andrew, fortunately for us, unfortunately for the Highland Hawks, the frustration's coming out. And this was a highly anticipated game that they were expecting to win, and that right there is the fruit of the frustration of what Pinnacle is doing to their defensive line.
And that guy is very upset. Number 5, his teammate was consoling him.
You want to see someone who's more
we're now in that guy's head, and he's pointing at our sideline and saying something too.
You want to see who's more upset? Look at the coach on the opposite sideline. That's a bad mistake.
Yep.
We now have the ball with the nose lying at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the Hawks 10-yard line. The Pinnacle Pioneers with just about 8 minutes left in this game. Joe Day's in the backfield, 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. My guess is it's going to be the Joe Day show here.
Yep.
Here comes the snap. And Joe Day with the handoff. He moves to his left. He gets the corner, and he is in for a touchdown.
And will we see a Joe Day center stage dance studio dance? Oh,
Yes, sir.
he got knocked on his can during the celebration.
Yeah, listen, that was a great move to get the corner by Joe Day. And I also have to give credit to the entire offensive line for bunching things up in the middle and let Joe Day get around the corner. Nice work.
Sticking with their blocks, and I didn't see who did it, but someone went way out and made a block for
You
Joe
got
Day.
it. Here we go, Legatron coming in, Orzol, to try to put on that extra point. It'll be the first one of the night. Here comes the snap. It's down, and the kick is blocked again. The offensive line on special teams just does not seem to be able to hold them out whenever we're trying to kick an extra point.
Yeah, they are 3 for 3 on blocking those.
Yep. But listen,
You still got 18. We're still up by 18 points. This is a pretty good lead at this point in the game.
listen, whenever they look at the film from this, the one thing they're going to cling to is the fact that they blocked 3 extra points. So kudos to the special teams. But you know who else gets kudos? Is Best Home Appliances, because they love sponsoring our Pinnacle Pioneers. At the corner of Tatum and Bell, it's your local Pinnacle family-owned source for luxury appliances. That's Best Home Appliances.
You know, Andy, driving down the 101 today, it felt like American Valet Company had taken up residence on that highway itself. It was dead stop. But
Yep.
they're a trusted parking management company serving businesses across the Southwest since 1980. Thank you, American Valet Company, for your sponsorship.
Yes, American Valet. Thank you very much. The freshman Pioneers are whooping up on the opponent tonight from Highland. That's 41-14 right now, and I believe they're late in the 3rd quarter. There's a kickoff from Orzol. He sends that down to the 1-yard line where it's fielded by the Highland Hawk. There's Miles Stephanie missing that one arm tackle, but it's cleaned up by the gentleman who follow, and I believe that was Dylan Acri in on that one.
Hit a person on the ground. I can't make out the number who's on the ground.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, we don't like to see this. It's got a lump in my throat and a pain in my chest. The athletic trainers are out there. But while we have a second here, I still want to smile. And you know what helps me smile? Santucci Orthodontics. Accomplished professionals dedicated to making your smile a healthy reflection of you. Live life smiling. Santucci Orthodontics.
You know what looks really good strewn amongst your braces is In-N-Out Burger. Our local burger joint at Desert Ridge Marketplace. Quality you can taste where quality counts. That is In-N-Out Burger. Thank you for your sponsorship.
That was Troy Robinson, number 52, down in the field, and he's up under his own power. I'm guessing he got the wind knocked out of him. That's what it looks like. And a heavy sigh of relief is breathed by the family of Mr. Troy Robinson. Here's to you, Mr. Robinson. I'm glad you're okay. All right, the Pinnacle defense back in. They're going to do a, looks like a 4-3 set here with 3 down linemen with Dirty Dean on the right side. Here's your pass down the sideline. And that was just out of bounds. That was an ugly, ugly pass. That pass was so ugly, the defensive backs for Pinnacle didn't even want to touch it.
Yep. But they were ready to touch it if they needed to.
Yeah.
You know, I'm interested. So we're up by 18 points. It's the last game of the season. I'd kind of love to see him exercise more of the lineup. So,
yeah.
you know, we're up let's rotate a couple guys in there.
You know who I'd like to see get in? I want to see Eli Park get in there. And you know why? Because his grandparents are here rooting him on. They're losing their voices, going crazy down there. Let's get Eli Park in there so it makes Grandma and Grandpa proud. Here's a runner out of the backfield with a quick pass. He fields it. He moves it forward for what looks like about 8 yards, maybe 7. It's going to bring up a third and about 3.
Looks like number 56 on the tackle. That is Cooper London.
Cooper London, sometimes referred to as Cooper UK. Cooper Ruck. All right.
And we're just not sure who Cooper's leader is at this point over there.
All right, working on the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on each side of the field. Here's the snap. He looks left. He looks left. He looks left. He throws left. And
he might have been there a minute.
No, it was a perfectly timed hit, honestly. Who was that? 6, that's number 6,
That's
Xavier Sanders. Xavier Sanders, your dad is over here beaming with such a proud smile. That was a great play.
It looked like there was 2 people blocking Dean Vincent. It looked like they had
Always.
pulled out the duct tape and maybe some saran wrap to keep him bottled up. They were all over him.
Everybody's watching film on Dirty Dean Vincent.
Yep. I see a little dance out there out of, looked like Luke Jeffries.
Yeah.
78.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for anybody, but a guy like Dean Vincent, who's very competitive, when he gets double teamed like that, but it should be an honor that they would put 2 people on you to keep you from injuring their quarterback. We had the special teams in on that. Okay.
Okay, so Ethan Lanise, he fielded that. Rule of thumb, do not catch it when it's below your waist and you have to run up.
Yeah.
Playing with fire.
Yeah, that was that was a little bit scary there. Yep. But he got it. He fell on it. Pinnacle's going to take over at about the 46-yard line, their own 46-yard line. A somewhat short field. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. The Pioneers lead by a score of 18-0 over the Chicken Hawks from Highland.
Yeah, this game is not over yet. They are a pretty powerful team. They even beat the Brophy JV, who we lost to last week. So I'm hoping that we keep this up, keep up the discipline.
Yeah, they beat Brophy by 1 touchdown. Brophy beat us by 2 touchdowns. We're ahead by 3 touchdowns, so we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going to get 2 touchdowns back from Brophy and 1 back from these guys.
It does not appear that the transitive property is working.
Hey, come on, work with me. Here's a snap out of the shotgun. Mr. Bridgeford hands off. That ball goes straight in the arms of Miles Stepney. Miles Stepney is met at the 45-yard line and brought down at the 45-yard line. Pickup of virtually nothing.
And notice that they're kind of laying on them and killing their own time to catch up. So I think even as defense, you want to get up, get the play moving when you're behind.
If you look at the Highland Hawks, you'll agree they look defeated already, and in their minds this game is over, and I'm happy to see that.
Yep, that's all right.
I'm glad it's not us. I feel bad that somebody has to lose, but I'm glad when it's not us.
Yeah, better than us.
So 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. We've got probably, I'm going to guess, Miles Stepney in the backfield. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff to Stepney. And, man, we got a quick lineman that's in there and drags Jack Bridgeford down by the ankles.
Loss of about 10, and Bridgeford's walking a little bit gingerly here.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a limp. He's coming over to get the play. It's a 3rd down and, 20. It looks like they lost about 10 on that. Maybe
right.
19.
Yeah, they're going to need to get rid of the ball very quickly.
Very quickly. All right. It looks like we have another. Listen, a worthy cause. They've got a lot of kids out there on the Pinnacle team wearing pink socks, pink gloves, pink pads, and this is all in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness this week. So salute and hats off to the Pinnacle team for putting on the pink and acknowledging the breast cancer awareness this week. Thank you.
Thank you for that acknowledgement. It's about 6 yards on a swing pass for Charles Tabor. You know, decent run, but looks like we're going to be kicking.
Yeah, brings up a 4th down and about 14. And with just under 5 minutes left in this contest, I'm okay with him kicking here. You okay with this, Andrew?
I voted, and yes, I am okay.
Yeah. Here's a snap right on the money. There's the kick, and they ran into the kicker. That will draw a flag, I guarantee
And he
it.
just muffed the punt. He just muffed the punt. That could be ours.
Okay, now hold on.
Ooh.
There is a flag, so it's roughing the kicker, not running into the kicker, I think. So now hold on. If we don't get a first down here, which it should be an automatic first down, but I'm not sure how they do it in high school. But if not, we're going to get the ball, or we're going to pin him down inside the 5. Here's the call. It is roughing the kicker, and that gives Pinnacle a first down. So
Ryan Creaney kicked the number 2 out of that ball. I
Yes,
mean, that
he
was a
did.
heck of a kick. The kid muffed it. And even if that kick would have been successful, they had him pinned down at the 2-yard line.
So instead of kicking the ball from about our own 35-yard line, the offense for Pinnacle is going to stay in the game. They're going to get it at the 48-yard line of the Highland Hawks, where, guess what? Jack Bridgeford and company coming back out to do a little more damage before this wrecking ball leaves the stadium.
And hey, that roughing the kicker penalty was brought to you by Stoats Equipment. Our vision to be the best equipment dealer in the world. Now celebrating 75 years. That is Stoats, rhymes with boats, equipment. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Stoats, thank you. All right, Jack Bridgeford was taking a little smoke break there, had a nice tea in his hand, or was that a Mai Tai? But he's called back into the game. Here comes the snap out of the shotgun. Here's the handoff. It's a fake to Miles Stepney. Jack Bridgeford puts another one of his dance moves from Center Stage Studio. And while we're talking about this, we are chewing up the real estate out there on the offense tonight, just like the Horton team from Platinum Living Realty does. The Horton team is a proud sponsor of Pinnacle football. If you're looking to buy or sell a property, put their 20 years of experience to work for you. Call or email, text Matt Horton, 480-227-3311. That's 480-227-3311. Matt Horton and the Horton team, Platinum Living Realty. Here we go out of the shotgun again. A second down and 8 yards to go. Miles Stepney in the backfield. Here's the snap. The handoff is to Miles Stepney. He's through the line. He's to the edge. And he's got about 13 yards and enough for a first down.
Rumbling and stumbling to a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, with a little left over.
First and 10.
I like that lady's sentiment. Let's do it again, she says.
Who was that? Was that Mrs. Dinelli? Oh, listen, we're getting some live chats coming in again. The Condon family 6, yay, Cooper, love mom and dad. These are the London folks, right? And that's yay, Cooper for Cooper London. Great job out there. That's number 56 in your songbook, 56 in our hearts. Thank you very much for the little text message. Handoff again to Miles Stepney up the middle. He's carrying 4 black jerseys with him forward for about 2 yards on that one. That'll bring up a second down.
All right, I just saw Hayden Schnackenberg go in.
Schnackenberg. I love that name. It's making me hungry, as a matter of fact. Matter of fact, I'm itching my head because I didn't go to Rowdy Hair. But Rowdy Hair sponsors our team, and they're back in the house. Rowdy, by choice, certified sustainable first service salon and spa. Studio conveniently located in Desert Ridge. That's Rowdy Hair.
Do they serve guys with male pattern baldness? Because I could use their help.
I didn't see who got the carry there. It was not Miles Stepney, I don't believe. That was
that 25? John Gonzalez.
Gonzo in the house.
Johnny Gonzalez. The J train.
Nifty bit of running there.
Timeout.
I
Well,
see
let's
Zach.
give a shout out to Paradox Video Productions. Paradox Video Productions, video and digital marketing for your business. Reach them at Paradox Video Productions, all one word.com. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Listen, Carol down in Montenegro, she was holding her breath when Troy was down. So she says, "Don't scare me, Baba. Don't do that to me, please." So we're going to work on Troy and ask that he does not do that to you anymore, Carol. He's doing it to us, too, so we're all in this together. It's a Pinnacle family.
We all breathe a little bit more deeply when they get up and are okay again.
And you know what? we need some people out here working on the field like T&A Landscape and Hardscape Designs, home of gardens, leveling, pool excavation, footing reinforcement, paver installs, and more. Don't be sod. We're here now. T&A Landscape and Hardscape Designs. Here's the snap. Bridgeford hands off, and that goes to number 27, Roman Sanjo.
Right.
Roman Sango.
Great to see Roman get a chance. You know what? The last game of the year is the best and the worst thing, right? It's the best thing because, well, you get to see all these extra guys get to play. Worst thing, we've had a lot of fun this season watching all of them grow, watch this team mature, and really see a lot of these guys take the next step.
I got to tell you, I'm very optimistic about what this is going to look like next year. But you know what else makes me optimistic? Just hearing about Liberty GMC, who sponsors the Pinnacle Pioneer football team. Again, Liberty GMC, your one-stop resource for all automotive purchases and repairs. Make sure to ask for your Pinnacle football discount at Liberty GMC. We have a timeout for Pinnacle. Oh.
You know, I was eating a piece of lobster off my wife's plate the other night, and she said, "Hey, that's shellfish." So Chula Seafood, speaking of shellfish, fresh fish in the desert, fish market, restaurant, and bar now open at Hayden and Thompson Peak. Thank you, Chula Seafood, for your sponsorship.
Good. Huntington Learning Center is helping us how to learn to be great fans at Pinnacle. Huntington Learning Center, our mission is to serve families with children through personalized instruction to meet your child's unique needs. Additionally, providing ACT and SAT prep classes. That's Huntington Learning Center, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer football.
All right. We got about 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
We got a lot of big guys out there, a lot of mass on the field.
And that's a great segue for Center Mass Construction. They could probably use our big guys, helping you build your dreams into reality. Residential and light construction, that's Center Mass. As it looked like Johnny Gonzalez running around the left. So thank you. Thank you, Johnny Gonzalez, for that run, and thank you, Center Mass Construction.
Yeah, Johnny Gonzo trying to get the corner there. You know what else? We've got another great construction company that supports Pinnacle football. That's Wilmang Construction. They were out here last year as well. Wilmang Construction exists for people to build their genuine place of purpose, building commercial construction projects in the Valley since 1977. Wilmang Construction. Hey, Matt Lisk just sent us another update. Freshmen leading 46-14. The third quarter just ended. They're going into the fourth quarter. That's what we call a whooping.
That is a bloodletting. Yep. I don't know if it counts, but we're up 64-14 between the two teams.
Total. So on average, that's 32-point victory.
Yeah.
Here goes the Highland team. It hits a seam route over the middle, and that's a great open fit tackle by Asher Friedlander. Asher Friedlander has a guy that's probably outweighs him by at least 20 pounds. Comes in with a full head of steam, and he puts a nice open field tackle on him. Good job, Asher.
Yep, let's stick with it. You know, we're at the end of the game, getting a few people in there that we don't normally see. I get to see my own son play for a change, so let's hope he keeps them sealed.
Here's the snap. He's throwing, he's looking long. He's now running because there's nothing open, and he goes in for the slide. That was Grady Lyons with a near collision on one of his defenders. I'm glad nobody got hurt on that.
Grady Lyons inadvertently kept us from getting a penalty by hitting our own guy, so nice job by him.
Yeah, he
saved us 15.
Highland working again out of the shotgun, just under a minute left to play. Here's the snap. He looks left, he looks left, he looks left. And we have a flag now. Was that a false start? They don't normally blow the play dead once it's going, so it's a false start or an offsides. Looks like it's offsides on Pinnacle.
Number 50, Nathan Munoz was in there. That play was doomed from the beginning.
Got 48 seconds left on the clock. We're preserving what it was a shutout here. It's 18-0. I'd like to see them pitch a no-hitter here with a shutout going. 87 just came in again. That's Blake Donnelly. Lines up on the left. Here's a long pass play down the middle. Oh, nice.
Oh boy.
You got it. That was Asher Friedlander. Asher had a lot of ground to make up, and he turned his head just before the ball arrived to avoid a pass interference call because he hadn't seen the ball the whole time, and he looked back, got his mitt right in the way, knocked that thing away, and still preserves the 18-0 shutout thus far. Nice work, Asher.
Great job by Asher Friedlander getting back there in the nick of time to preserve that goose egg on the board.
Yeah. All right, 42 seconds left. It's a second down and, what is that, about 5. Second down and 5 to go. Working out of the shotgun, 5 wide receivers in for Highland. Here's the snap, looking left, steps into it, throws down the middle, and Asher Friedlander now gets his interception in the end zone.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit of frustration by their receiver, still tossing Asher down. He wasn't going anywhere, but great job. It looked like the pass was to him and not the wide receiver he was covering.
Yeah, listen, the last 5 minutes of this game has been the Asher Friedlander show, and we're happy to see it. And you know, the great Karnak would say, weird, wild stuff. I did not know that.
Have you seen this? Did you know about this?
Yeah. All right, we have our favorite guy out there, or at least one of them, Miles Stephanie, coming back in to work with Jack Bridgeford and company. Jack's going to set up in the shotgun. We got 36 seconds. Thank you, Bob Dinelli. He just said you announcers are marginally okay tonight.
You didn't fail.
And we appreciate that. Yeah, you did not do good. And there's your snap, and there's your knee.
My
and
favorite
I think
play.
This one goes into the record books.
Oh my goodness, we have a winning record for the JV team. That is great.
You can hear the crowd voicing their approval to the wonderful performance turned in by the Pinnacle Pioneer JV football team in an effort where they defeated the Hawks from Highland by a score of 18-0. It was 3 touchdowns with 3 blocked extra points, and it was a perfect game in my book, and it's a complete shutout, and we salute you guys. It's a great game tonight. Andrew, tie us up here.
Andy, it was 18-0, but it didn't even feel that close. Hey, this has been this has been a great season. Sorry about my language. It has been a great season. I've really enjoyed working with all of you folks, so thank you so much, Carl, for being the lead dog on the sled, keeping every single production top notch. Amy doing a great job producing, and Eric the cruise missile, and all the other people who volunteered as broadcasters. So please, parents, if you're listening in the future, volunteering's fun. Get out, be a broadcaster, get out, be a camera person, but get out and volunteer.
Yeah, it's great to be here. And Andrew, I got to tell you, it's been a pleasure working for you as I shake his hand. And I tell you, there's nothing. Okay, well, there's a few things that I might rather be doing, but if I got to be here, I love being here with Andrew, Amy, and Mr. Marks for all the things you do to keep this program running. Thank you so much. And to all of you fans, all 17 of you who's tune in every week to hear us online, and those of you who send in your comments, we appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much. And to the Pinnacle Pioneer coaches and this great JV program, we are looking forward to the varsity game tomorrow, but we're looking forward to a very bright future next year.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend, and let's see you tomorrow night at the game.